question is, it is important to stand up for what is right. The format for paragraph 1 is the introduction. Write the title, the author's name, and a brief summary of the novel. For paragraph 2, which is content 1, the character is Richard, and the first one is he refused to kill animal. Content 2 will be Richard, where he signed a sympathy card. Content 3 is Hannah, because she declined the role of Lady Liberty. And the conclusion is, write a brief summary of the contents. Reminder, ways to write better answers. Use past tense when writing about the events in the novel. Read the question a few times to understand it properly. Determine whether you can write about only a character or more. The introduction. The novel that I read was Dear Mr. Kilmer by Anne Schraff. The statement, it is important to stand up for what is right, was portrayed by Richard and Hannah in 3 different events. The novel is about a farm boy, Richard Knight, who lived in Turtle Lake, Iowa. He was 50 years old and had an elder sister Angie and brother Gus. The story evolved around Richard, who loved to write poetry, and his relationship with his family, Hannah Sherman, his classmate, and Mr. Joyce Kilmer, a famous poet who joined the army during the World War I. The first content. Firstly, this statement was portrayed when Richard purposely missed shooting a buck during a winter hunting trip with his father, Pa, and brother Gus. Richard believed that he had no right in killing animals. Gus, Richard's elder brother, was upset with Richard because Richard purposely misfired. Richard's father, Pa, was also disappointed with Richard. Pa asked Richard why he purposely missed shooting the buck. Richard told Pa that he had no right to kill it and he felt painful and sad to kill an animal. Pa told Richard not to go hunting anymore if he did not like it. Even though Pa disagreed with Richard's opinion about hunting, he did not first force Richard to do what he hated. The second content. Secondly, this statement was portrayed when Richard was the only student who signed a sympathy card for the Shermans. When the Shermans' tavern was vandalized, Mrs. Hanson asked her class to sign a sympathy card for them. The troublemakers like Abner, Harry, Blanche, and Peggy refused to sign the card. They warned other classmates not to sign the card too. The boys were afraid Abner and Harry would hit them. The girls worried that popular girls like Peggy and Blanche would not speak to them. However, Richard was the only student who signed a sympathy card for Hannah Sherman. Richard believed that the Shermans were discriminated by some Turtle Lake people because they were Germans and the war between America and Germany had started. Last content. Thirdly, this statement was portrayed when Hannah declined the role of Lady Liberty. Hannah and Richard won the roles of Lady Liberty and the Doughboy respectively because they wrote the best essays. Mrs. Hanson asked the class to write an essay as one of the activities for a patriotic program which helped sell Liberty bonds. The 2 best students would each play the role of Lady Liberty and the Doughboy. Many students and people were angry when Hannah won the role. They regarded Hannah as an unpatriotic German, although she was an American citizen. Hannah told Richard that her essay started a little war in Turtle Lake. As Hannah did not want to cause any more problem, she declined the role of Lady Liberty. Richard, who wanted to support Hannah, declined his part as the Doughboy. His family, his classmates, and the Turtle Lake people and Pa criticized him for turning down his role. They called him unpatriotic and a traitor. This criticism never stopped Richard from standing up for what was right. The conclusion, which is the last paragraph. In conclusion, Richard was a character who truly stood up to his principles to do what was right. He believed that all human beings should be respected and animals also should not be killed. Hannah also stood up to her principle of not wishing to create a war in Turtle Lake. That's all for the lesson. Thank you. And do remember to subscribe to my channel. Bye.